Starting off, Adam Coffey wrote, I think, a best-selling novel, Private Equity Playbook, maybe one or two other books. I've read them. Pretty good, actually. Watch how rich people make $100 million easy. So, I like him, but I'm already skeptical about this. Typical extreme headline baiting. So let's see what he says.
Just do some quick math. If I bought 4 companies and each company had $1 million in EBITDA, in earnings, and I put them together, let's say I pay 5 times for each of those companies. So 1 million in earnings, 5 times the multiple I pay, I buy 4 of them. So 4 times 5.
Okay, so to start, already off to a good start. Yeah, easy. Just buy 4 to 5 companies with $1 million in EBITDA. No big deal. Just go out there. So first off, he's paying 5x. So just I'm coming up with $20 million and I'm going to buy 5 companies. We'll keep listening, but definitely just throwing some red flags right out the gate. Okay, let's continue.
It's 20 million. So I spend 20 million. I immediately turn around and I put them together.
Spends 20 million.
I work with them for 6 months. I get them growing a little bit. And instead of selling 4 million of EBITDA, I sell 5 million times 8. That's 40 million. I get a $40 million headline enterprise price. It costs me $20 million.
Okay, so in 6 months, he's claiming he's growing each of these companies that he's never worked with before, never been to. He just bought them, shows up ads marketing dollars, and now all of a sudden they've grown $250,000 in EBITDA each. So that's wonderful. So for $5 million, and then he's going to get an 8x because it's that easy. So what people don't understand is you can't just smash to get. So Adam Coffey has, he has a team probably. So potentially he could do this, but the way that it's so nonchalant here is funny to me, because as someone who does buy businesses and combine them, it would take 6 months to get every single HVAC company onto Service Titan, and it would be an absolute shit show. You can't just slam 6 companies together and just say, okay, we're going to get a higher multiple. They all have to use the same systems. They'll have to report the same. They'll have to have shared management and shared services. It's just not a 6-month smooth process. But we're going to keep going though.
I put 20 million in my pocket. I could do that all day long in under 2 years. Give me a year to put the 4 companies together, a year to work with them, exit. In under 2 years, that's a $20 million exit. And if I did that times 10, so I buy 8 companies.
So it's not that he needs 2 years to work with them and to exit. It's actually he needs a full year of financials to be able to look, so that when somebody else wants to buy it, they look at it and say, oh, it has been streamlined. It is all stabilized, right? Because you can't just smash there's inevitable hardships of smashing 5 businesses together in a year.
At $1 million in EBITDA each in earnings, and I paid
10.
5 times for each. I paid 40 million, and I work with them a little bit. I get 8 to 10 million. Call it my organic growth story. And so now I'm selling 10, and I get 120 to 150 million. And I've spent 40 million putting them together. I now make 80 to 100 plus million. And that's probably about a 5-year project, And so take my last company, when I've got an unlimited checkbook, I bought, 23 companies. I bought 8 in the first 3 years.
5-year project for 80 million. Why doesn't everybody just do this? I get that my wall is unfinished, but you can do this. Come on. 5 years. You guys are just being lazy. Technically this is something in theory that would work. There's roll-ups that do this, HVAC roll-ups. They go out and they buy, but I don't think people understand that it takes 5 years to buy those 8 companies. You don't just get to 1 year slam 5 businesses together and go, all right, here we go. The process to find these businesses and to get them and to make the due diligence behind them it's so difficult that the nonchalantness of I could just do this 16 times in the next 5 years and we'll just call it a day. These gurus, man, his book's good, has some good information, but this is just silly. Let's see. I don't even want to finish this.
I bought 15 in the last 2 years because as you get good at it, in an industry, and you're building that pipeline of opportunities, your traction, you pick up traction, it happens faster.
So my guess is he did that back in 2015, 2016. But 8 in 3 years isn't crazy, but he's saying I could buy 5 in 1 year. So, at the same time, is kind of proving my point. So it took him 3 years to buy 8, and then he bought about 15 in the next 2 years.
So in my world, I'm doing this on a large scale, making institutional investors hundreds of millions of dollars of profit every time I'm doing it. But on just a small entrepreneurial scale, if you put capital aside, I need money, it's okay, great. There's lots of it out there. We got to treat it well and we'll find it. But if you leave the capital part out of it, it's that easy.
Just put the big capital problem aside. Just $20 million to start to buy those 5 companies. Just put that aside. Don't worry about it.
It's that easy to be. In the United States, we call ultra wealthy is a net worth over 30 million. And then there's the 9-figure club.
It's that easy.
It's like, this is how easy it is to do this.
Yep. That's how easy it is to do it. Just some simple arbitrage with multiples. So once again, technically not incorrect. Like, that is a strategy, but it's so easy to do it. Put capital aside. Why not buy 100 companies in the first 3 years and then go for a 60x multiple? Like, it's just silly. It's just silly stuff. So you just got to watch out with these gurus. It's definitely a strategy. It's definitely a possibility, but it's not even close to that easy. If you like what you saw, if you like what you heard, follow us. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Leave a comment below, leave a like, subscribe, let us know. And follow us on ownedandoperated.com. We got a new website, and listen to us on the podcast. All right, thanks, guys.